are less than a year since their launch, and in that amount of time, tens of thousands of customers have picked up on Audien hearing aids before. Now, this version that you see is the Pro version. What does that mean for you? That means you're going to be able to take this and connect it to an app that will give you more customization than what you've seen before in the past. And that actually came out of customer request.
Yes.
The great thing about this is at QVC, we give you everything that you need. So you're getting 2 of the Ion Pro hearing aids. That's going to be what's right here in their charging case. Now, the recharging case actually has 2 days of battery inside of there. The hearing aids themselves have 16 hours of battery. USB-C charging cable and the power adapter is included. 6 different pairs of earbuds, the cleaning brush, the wax guards are coming with this as well, a year protection plan, and we're also giving you an appointment with a hearing specialist as well. And that is a phenomenal thing that we have included. It's a video chat with a hearing specialist that you're going to get. $589.98 is what you pay today. You don't pay the if purchased separately price of $839. You're not paying the QVC price of $689, but in fact, you're saving $100 by picking it up right now and putting it on an easy pay of $118. Now, with a lot of people that are out there, they would expect that hearing aids would have a $4,000 or $5,000 price tag to it, especially if you were going to go to the audiologist. $589.98 is a fraction of the cost of what you would normally expect to pay. But explain to us, for anyone that doesn't know, why is it that us at QVC here can sell over-the-counter hearing aids?
Yeah, this is so amazing because in August of 2022, the FDA actually cleared an entire category, or I should say opened an entire category for over-the-counter hearing aids. What these are meant to address is mild to moderate hearing loss. So what Audien has been able to do is from the very beginning make hearing accessible again, you know, kind of regain what you've been losing slowly over the years. But what you don't have to do is spend $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. You don't have to go to a doctor. You get to customize this in your own home. You get to kind of program it if you want. But the reality is, like for me, I got my mom back when she had her first pair of Audien hearing aids. You know, I would call my mom and I would hear QVC blaring in the background. It was probably 100, right, on the volume scale.
Yes, could go
like,
any higher.
Mom, I said, what are you listening to, right? I knew exactly what she was listening to. But the thing is, she had $4,000 hearing aids that weren't working. So our very first hearing aid here were the ones that you put in your ear. They fit kind of like an earbud. But to your point, Justin, through customer requests, we heard that you wanted a little bit more. You wanted a little bit more personalization, customization, and you wanted it to be a little more powerful.
Right.
It's exactly what the Ion Pro 2 is. So I'm actually wearing it right now. So again, we're calling this behind the ear. So again, the little tip goes inside. This kind of goes behind your ear, and I'm going to kind of pull it forward again. No one is even...
It disappears.
No one even has to know that I'm wearing my hearing aid. That I got to set up at home. So this has an app base in it.
And that you have so much customization with it as well. Let me remind everybody, $118 on your Easy Pay. That's all that it's going to be. I want to play a little simulation video that we have, and then we'll come back and we'll dive into the app. Because if you are somebody who is at home, and as you watch this video, maybe you are the person right now who, to listen to the two of us talk, you have the TV up at 100.
Really loud.
Or maybe it's your parent or an aunt or an uncle, somebody in your life that you're noticing is starting to watch your lips and try and figure out what you're saying based off of that, not based off of what they hear. Watch this video, determine if maybe this is you or someone that is in your life, because then this very well may be the solution. Let's take a look.
Hi there, and welcome to the Bistro. My name is Sarah, and I'll be taking care of you today. Can I start you off with something to drink? Maybe some water.
Or a fresh iced tea. Our specials today are the classic cheeseburger and the crispy chicken salad, both really popular.
Hey, did you go to the feed store the other day?
Yeah, I did. I went and picked up a bunch of grain and hay, and I got food for the chickens, too.
And are we on track with the square bales that we have now? Is it going to last long enough?
We will need, in 2 weeks, we'll need to go and get more hay.
Okay.
Good evening, I'm Chris Davis, and this is your local news update. Our top story tonight, a local sports team has won a championship, bringing home the trophy for a thrilling final game. Fans are celebrating all over the city. We'll have more on this exciting victory.
You know what I love about that video is it shows you the frequency, it shows you the differences. it shows you the customization that's being done in the app. So let's talk about that application that comes included and what that out-of-the-box experience is like.
So it's really, really great. These are going to come with a partial charge when you get them home, but we include the charging brick for you, we include the charging cable for you, but really the easiest thing, Justin, is I just wanted to find this for you too. You're going to see this little card. It says, let's get started. And then there's a little QR code right here on the back.
Oh, so you scan that?
Yeah, so scan this. You do need a smartphone to get started, but keep in mind, after we set this up, you truly don't even have to touch your smartphone again. Meaning, if you are a caregiver and want to set this up to your parents, it's totally fine.
Right.
So you're going to scan this, and it's going to download the Audien Ion Pro app. From here, this is what we love. Once you take them out of your box, and it's about a 60-second, so I'll go through this, and then maybe we have a little setup video that we can look at.
Sure.
Again, it's 60 seconds. So again, you're gonna pop these out of the box, out of the charging case, and instantly they are going to connect. And when I say instant, it is amazing how quickly it is. But I wanna show you the customization that you get. So the original hearing aids that we provided, the Audien Pro 2s, had 5 levels of hearing. This actually has, or volume, this actually has 10. So if you wanted to, you could control your volume right here. But also on the back of, or what we call the body of the hearing aid, there's a little tab that you can press to change your volume. So again, if you realize that you're somewhere, maybe your phone's in your bag and you're like, ooh, I want to raise my volume a little bit, you can do that too. But more importantly, again, right and left might be different, so you can customize it either way. We have something here, and this, when you have this, we actually have a hearing profile test for you. And again, what's so great about this one is you're going to go through and you're going to hit update. And what it is, it's going to simulate about 6 different hearing tests for you.
Wow.
And I know
all
that sounds
on your on the
app.
phone, all on the app.
But really, what this means is when you go to the eye doctor and they put 2 lenses in front of you, and they'll say, okay, does A or B look better? And you'll say, okay, B sounds pretty good.
Sure.
But then they're going to say, okay, if B's better, how about C? And it gives you the opportunity to kind of adjust what you need for your eyes. The hearing test is the same exact way. They're going to be repeating the same phrase. They're about 40 seconds long, and there's 6 different phrases. You select the one that makes the most sense to you. That's what's amazing. Again, it's going to address your hearing loss, whether it's high frequency or low frequency. It's going to kind of take control of the treble and bass. You don't have to know what the treble and bass is, but just know that treble always addresses clarity, and the bass always represents the loudness. It's what sounds best for you. So again, this is what you do. You take those little tabs off the bottom, you charge it, you connect it via Bluetooth. This is how easy. You're going to see the Ion Pro 2. You're going to tap that to connect it, and that's it. You've connected, and now you're done. That right there takes about 10 seconds. That's what's so easy about this one. And then, Justin, from here, it just allows you to go through. There's different hearing modes as well, whether it's a crowd, a conversation, or TV. You can simply tap just what they're showing us right now. If you're all of a sudden now you're at home, maybe gathering to go out to dinner. Then you get to dinner, you're like, oh, I can't hear in this restaurant. Right. You change it to that, crowded room, or you change it, if you're watching TV with your loved ones. Because keep in mind, hearing loss, and we'll see in some videos, it doesn't just affect you as the person.
No, it affects everybody.
It affects your entire family when you suffer from hearing loss.
It truly does. My grandpa has severe hearing loss. This is from mild to moderate, so this would not be right for my grandfather. And he's somebody that did have to go to the audiologist, and he was somebody who did have to get hearing aids that cost thousands of dollars. He often has to go in and get them tuned up. This is a completely different category, really, from that. This is an over-the-counter hearing aid. And what I gathered from what Sarah was just saying there, it starts off with that hearing test, right? That customization. You're going to see other hearing aids. You'll see another pair from Audien that are out there that are of a lesser price. They don't have this customization feature to it. You put in your ear, it will help to amplify. And it's got some technology in there that will help to really do more than just amplify, but adjust in different modes. But they're preset modes that are really for that light hearing loss. This would be something that you need a little bit more customization for.
Right.
This gets to be able to be customized to you and
Right.
to that hearing test that you take. It really is, it's like you can go out and you can get a brand new house that you can purchase, and you can get the one that I did, which was the cookie cutter that looks exactly like my neighbor's, and I've oftentimes pulled into the wrong driveway. Or you can go get the custom made house and it's exactly to your liking. This is the custom made house here. And not everybody wants that, but for those that do, and for those that are able to afford that, this is a phenomenal option. Now, we've made it easier for everyone to afford it because we brought the price down from $689 down to $589.98. The $99 of savings that you have today goes away on Saturday. Well, that's right around the corner. So take advantage of the fact that we're bringing this at home for this phenomenal savings and an easy pay of $118 on top of that as well. It's E328116. I want you to remember too that you can get this at home, give it a try. You always have that return policy here to go ahead and return it if you don't love it, but make sure that you bring it at home and try it and see the difference that it might make for you.
Oh yeah, and what's great about this one too, again, our customer service, phenomenal group of people. Every single one of our hearing specialists has some sort of hearing loss, whether it be themselves or their family. So they're really in tune with exactly what you need to get your hearing aid set up perfectly. So we have a number. You can scan, you can text, you can email. That's perfect. But one thing too that comes with this one is that you are getting a one-on-one video call. And so what that means is at any given point, you can call and you can get a video-to-video call, and you can work on what size is best for you. If you're having trouble with the app or going through and really deciphering what sounds the best out of those 6 hearing tests, we're there to help you as well. So one thing to keep in mind too is that hearing loss doesn't happen overnight. And this is something that, you know, it might have been months, if not years, of slowly losing a little bit at a time, right? So when you get these home, your brain is going to be working overtime. Your brain has to relearn how to hear again. So I love that we're presenting this now because there's a lot of summer events coming up. So if you know, say in a month that you have a wedding, or at the end of the summer you have that big family reunion, get these now.
Well, you know,
and wear them a little bit at a time, and get used to it. So you're not going to go out and run a marathon without any training, right? So when you equate it back to that, this becomes your little marathon training along the way until you get to that big day, and you're going to fall in love with what you've not been hearing over these past few years.
My grandpa, who several years ago, I would have said that if when he was at my wedding, he would have never been able to hear me give my vows. He was able to hear that. He was able to give a speech at my wedding. Everybody that came up and complimented him afterwards, he was able to have full conversations. Why? Because of his hearing aids. Now that's, you know, just one little story from my personal experience, but let's play this videotape here that has some stories from customers of Audien and their experience.
Let it like, the curve should be facing you and try to insert.
Oh, wow.
Great. Better now?
Yeah.
They're so convenient. I have to check every once in a while to see if they're in.
I like them pretty well. They seem to be useful. I don't have to say, what did you say, as much.
My old hearing aids were $5,000. It makes a huge difference for me because a lifestyle is terrible if you can't hear what people are saying.
And this was a hearing test from my doctor. They were all astonished because my hearing got considerably better. And even more shocking to them was my clarity had improved dramatically.
I'm thrilled that I'm able to hear again, and it's affordable.
It just makes me feel like I'm 20 again, you know?
I can hear the tiniest little sound now.
You've done great work with me today. It's been easy to understand, and I understand what to do. And I like the hearing aids. They're very comfortable.
There's no turning them on, turning them off. It's just take them on, put them in.
They're easy to put in. The charging is great. It doesn't take long, and it holds the charge very long. I was surprised at that.
I have been extremely happy with them. They've definitely changed my life.
If you are somebody who suffers from mild to moderate hearing loss, this very well may be for you. You see on your screen, these are just some of the reasons and some of the things that you might be experiencing where it would have been right for you. Maybe this isn't for you for these reasons that you see on your screen. The thing is, it truly is one of those items where you want to bring it at home
Yep.
and give it a try and see.
Oh,
Because
yep.
I know for your mom, while
Yep.
she had a different pair from this version,
Yep.
Audien made a big difference in your mom's life, in your life.
Yeah, it did, because it just made it easy, and it made her be able to get kind of her hearing back on her own, which I absolutely loved. Now, keep in mind, mild to moderate hearing loss is probably one of the most common untreated conditions in the entire world. And so for so many people, getting that perfect hearing aid was out of, the reach. Why?
Right.
Doctors, pure cost, pure maintenance, batteries that you have to change, and just truly, they just didn't, it was almost like it was too much for them. Mild to moderate is